You're on.
Hey, welcome to Coffee and Craps. This is Alfredo, Texas Crap Shooters, here with John.
Your guest, John. Good morning. How you doing, man? It's good to see you. It's been a while. We spent a lot of time together at the event, and actually not enough time. You were there. You kind of you just kind of dropped in and played with us, and then kind of flew back out again, didn't you?
Yeah, and then I flew back this past weekend over to Vegas, and just got back last night. So yeah.
Oh,
Or
really?
this
So
yesterday morning. So yeah.
you should just get it. You should get yourself like a little apartment down there. you go more often
Yeah.
back and forth than anybody I've ever met, I think. We should get like a little Craps
Things have
Nation,
been
like a little VRBO that we all share. Just kind of jump into.
that would be good. I know Vegas has treated me well. At least the last year has been a whirlwind of
Hmm.
just taking the game to a different level.
That's cool. Now, is that because of what? Is that your shooting? Is that who you're playing with? Is it the fact that you're kind of locked into the Orleans and have those tables figured out? Like, what do you attribute to that?
I just think having a full size table to be able to practice at each day has made a huge difference.
Hmm.
I've matured in that I'm able to identify some trends that I have and make those adjustments pretty quickly. So this past trip, I was struggling with the hardware set, but I was having on Axis sevens, and I made the switch to the all seven set with Mel, and had some just blockbuster repeater bet hits back to back on different rolls, and made not only made up whatever we were going down. Like, he picked me up one time where we were all in, both of us. I think he was bought in for like 500. I think I was bought in for 7. I was all in, and then went from being all in to making huge profit.
That's pretty awesome. I haven't gone all in a while. I haven't had to. I always joke about, with me and Victor, right, about having the stop loss 0 in the bankroll. I don't do it that often. Generally speaking, I play pretty conservatively. I don't get down that low, but that's always it's always a bun tightener. When you get down and you're all in, you're like, okay, someone's got to hit something for me here so I can get out of it. So how long have you had the table? So you're saying that I'm going to turn some lights on here. The table has been a factor for you. How long have you had it?
Had the full size craps table for about a year and a half. Prior to
Hmm.
that, I had a throwing station, very much like everyone else,
Right.
set up with birch wood, and set it. I have a fairly big size table here at my house, so I just set it up on top of it. It's pretty decent height, and would simulate it, and it gave me good results for many years. But I just not to the level that the real craps table has
I
benefited me.
I 100% agree with you. I had the throw. I have my table that's right here. This is my 6 foot by 3 foot, and I got the throwing station behind it. And I for the better part of a year or two, I've been throwing into that, and it felt pretty real. It felt pretty real. I felt like I was doing all right, getting better. And then when I got the real table in my garage now, it's a completely different experience. Like, the throwing stations are
Yeah,
good to kind of learn how to get your grip and learn like your throw and stuff, but you cannot learn how to adjust, take different spots. I mean, it's a whole different experience having a big table. It really is. And I tell you, in
yeah,
Vegas this last time, I shot better than I ever shot in my life. And I go often enough that I feel like I got a pretty good handle on things. I've shot 5,000 rolls before Vegas. I probably shot at least 1,500 rolls in Vegas at Casino Quest, getting ready for the thing. And when I finally got my ass out to the tables, it was like I was like dropping them into a bucket. It was so easy. It just felt like I was so dialed in. Now, I know that's probably bullshit, but it felt like I was very dialed in. And I think it's the full size table. I think it makes a
yeah.
big difference. If you're going to be a shooter, that's an expense you're going to have to make. I know that some people, and you know who you are going to say that was the biggest waste of money ever. It's a game of chance, blah, blah, blah. But in your opinion, I think that was a
Now,
big deal.
I think, in my opinion, I think the thing that you lose from a throwing station, however you have it set up, is when you drift the dice. You don't
Mm-hmm.
understand what happens to them because the dimensions are off, right? And when you drift the dice on a full size table, you're going to get varied results. And if you have enough rolls in, like you said, with 5,000, you're going to get some really good quantitative data
Mm-hmm.
that's going to come back to say, hey, this is a better set when you're seeing this type of result, and it'll help
Mm-hmm.
you in being able to fine tune and switch, like the all seven set, when I wasn't having primary hits and I was actually staying very much on axis.
Yeah, I was in one, and I think the show I did last week, not the show, but I put a video out over the weekend called "Do You Believe in Dice Control?" And of course, a title like that, as Jeremy would say, it's kind of a clickbaity sort of title, and it invites a lot of trolls in. But also, I got a comment there from Mudslide Mac, who I respect greatly, and he makes the comment almost every time I do a DC video, which is the preset is the most important thing. Your mechanics and all that stuff are important, but the set matters. And I've maintained a long time, the set doesn't matter. In terms of, if you tell me to do a certain set that works for you, it ain't gonna work for me because we throw differently. But an experienced thrower sees what's happening, like you're talking about, and you make a set adjustment based on what you're seeing, based on how you're throwing. So can you jump into that a little bit for me? Like, what are the keys you're looking at when you see your dice split or whatever that leads you to set 2 or 3 versus the one you started with?
Yeah, so I mean, if you have your dice, right? Let's say you're doing a traditional, um, I don't know, hardway set. I think that's the one people know the most, right?
Yep.
So you have like a
Yeah.
3-5-3-5 type
Yep.
set, something like that, right? You
Yep.
might you might see the dice, do the double pitch, and you're coming up with, a 4-3 pretty often. So that means you're staying on axis for the most part. For me, whenever I'm doing a hardway set, I'm okay with getting a 6-1 every once in a while. That's going to happen. You're just not going to prevent that.
Mm-hmm.
You can try to make sure you don't hit into the diamonds as hard. That's what causes the split. But I actually want my dice, when I have a hardway set, to split. I want one of them to explode or implode, just not the opposite, like one
Right.
implode, one explode. I want one of them to flip, because that means it's a guarantee you're never going to get a 7 if that happens on one of your dice. And
Right.
so when that's going well, you're okay. When that's not, and you're not seeing a 6 or a 1, and you're seeing things stay on axis too much, you're exposing yourself to that double pitch 7 on any of the dice. And so you then need to say, well, okay, am I seeing primary hits? That's the next question for me. And if I'm not seeing primary hits, that means a great thing, because I can stay on a hardway type set, but I'm just setting them as 7s. So set them as 7s,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to stay on the roll for a long time. And that's what happened. I ended up with 230 plus rollers after doing that. And it was because I wasn't seeing the mechanical things. And I just did a live last night. I started to see double pitches, switched to the 7 set after 2 come out 7s, which, I guess I'm known for.
Ask Tony
And
Leo about that.
and yeah, ask Tony Leo about that, right?
My
But I
God.
made that
Yeah.
that adjustment, and we ended up with a 31 roll right after making that adjustment. Now we had
Mm.
one come out 7 that came at the right time where it was a primary hit, and it was
Yeah.
fine. I was happy with that. I'm not going to change the set just because of one primary hit.
So I got to ask you this, because I've asked this question of a couple of people, and Ed Robinson was the one who really, I was like, whoa, that's what you're talking about? It confirmed this for me, because when people say pitch, double pitch, or implode, explode, my impression of that is they slam, hit the back wall, and they do this. They explode or they implode or whatever it is. Ed just says to me, it's actually what you see in the air. He's like, when he throws them, he's like, oh, there's a implosion. Like, he sees them splitting as they're flying. So in the air, you're seeing this kind of action, right? And is that what you're looking for too? Is you're looking at the flight of your dice more so than what happens after the crash as your determination? Is
Oh
that what
yeah,
you're saying? Pitch, double pitch, implode, explode?
yeah. So whenever my dice tend to go to the left side of the wall, I have to get lucky, because
Mm-hmm.
I know that they're landing on an edge, or the table's uneven, which can happen at certain casinos that don't even have them balanced. You can even see the tilt
Hmm.
if you're looking at straight down the table, you can see it tilted one way. So you have to be very deliberate, or even almost on the pitch and yaw of your own hand, adjust for it so that it makes the counter adjustment so that they will land flat rather
Right.
than that. So yeah, if I see them tilted a little bit to the left, that's going to be a pretty bad result because
Right.
it could end in one imploding, one exploding. Yeah.
Because you're watching a flight. Like, and I think that's another point about having a full size table is that the full size table is 4.5 feet wide versus a throwing station, which is 2.5 to 3 feet wide. You're not going to get that full drift, like you're saying. And the dice, if they hit the back wall on, it's hard to show here, but like on this angle, like they come in kind of not crooked, but like if the outside die hits before the inside die does, you're going to have it's a disaster. Right. Even if they hit flat,
Yeah.
but twisted and the one hits first, that's a problem too. You got to hit them straight in. And I think, the way that I throw is a little different, obviously. And I'm trying to not care about that so much. I can hit any part of the back wall with that side spin and always get that left side kick that I want. Like I'm looking for them to hit the back wall and kind of roll off to the left and skitter, but stay on axis that way. It's a whole different look. And but see, when I watch you throw, and again, I love watching people throw par in person because it just highlights how bad I am at it. I've tried that throw, and I'm like, God, I can't do this. And I watch you throw, I'm like, man, that's how it's supposed to look. Like it's such a smooth 1.5, 2 turns, and you're just smack, smack, smack. It's art to watch it happen in person.
Yeah, I mean, like Carrie has a really beautiful, beautiful toss. Like what
Mm-hmm.
will happen with her and with me, if I end up landing before the wall and one hits the wall and one doesn't, I'm probably going to end up with a 7 if I'm on a hardway set because I want both of them to hit the wall. And people realize like, oh, wouldn't you want? Well, yeah, if I could not hit the wall with both, I can probably end up with a lot of hardways. But you're going to get them yelling at you to hit the back wall. You hit the back wall. I'd rather not, go into
Yeah.
that angst. I've practiced so that I can hit the back wall, and it works out. But yeah, it tends the tendency that will lead to sevens with most of the people that have a hard way set is that they don't get enough energy to get it to the wall. You really want to make sure that you get
Yeah.
it to the wall.
I agree. And it's funny because I talk to Cashier's Cage a lot about my throw. And he gets on me all the time about, you're throwing it too hard. He wants him to trickle and just touch the back wall and come down to a rest. I think you need the energy to kind of keep the thing spinning. You need to have energy to release. If there's no energy to release on the impact, then you get randomness. You get like a complete explosion. With good energy, though, you can control that to some degree, and they stay spinning
Oh,
the way you want them to.
absolutely. You get a bouncy table. Let's say they change the underlayment because a lot of them have been doing that at different casinos. You can actually create more backspin and hit the wall pretty hard, and they'll stop, just
Hmm.
dead stop. So let's say instead of you have the edges touching, let's say per se, you go more of a cupped where the back's facing the wall, or even ultra. And when you release, that's going to create more revolution in the dice,
Hmm.
which then they hit the wall and they'll stop. And so that's one way to take out the ultra bouncy table, or you can throw a more shallower sort of Yuri type toss where you're throwing
Right.
a lot further out and then skidding, like you said, into the wall.
That's what I tend to do that on the bouncy tables. I land almost on the C sometimes with the come and let them just skip in there like a frisbee. That's because you have to have energy happening to release it. Otherwise, the table will give it. And what happens is, from a physics standpoint, if the dice are spinning either way, and they hit the bouncy surface, the energy has to go somewhere, right? And it releases out. If there's no energy on the dice themselves, the surface will give the dice energy, and that causes that springboard effect. Does that make sense? So everybody listening, you have to know that that's how physics works. Energy has to go somewhere, and the table will give your dice energy if you don't spin them hard enough. And I think that's the thing that I practice all the time. I throw the neoprene out there and I practice. And actually, we're getting asked here by On Point Craps, how do I keep the dice together when I spin the chopper? It's probably the same thing for you. For the chopper toss, I got to spin them hard. And the harder I spin them, they want to stay married the whole way through. For me, That's how I keep them together. If I go too light and too like just soft with my toss, they do this in the air, and I can't keep them together. So from your standpoint, is that about the same thing that you're looking for in your toss?
Yeah, so when I'm tossing, and if you want to keep them together on a par type toss, right, you have to. There's two major things. Number one, make sure your fingers are across the dice at the same level on the front and the back of the dice, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then when you're releasing it, don't push with your thumb. You release the thumb. So releasing the thumb will allow the dice to roll off the ends of the fingers, and they'll roll in the same with the same amount of force and stay together.
Yeah, one of the things that I always had a problem with was when I throw that kind of toss is I tended to not release my thumb and let them kind of like almost like flick off my
Push 'em, yeah.
fingers. Yeah. And or almost like pull my hand down. Like we go and like kind of pull my hand backwards and force the spin. And then it's just like it's like a top and it's just too much energy. Things to work on for sure. So checking for questions. Skill and Luck wants to know, what is your take on the hopper that we're all running right now?
On the hopper,
Yeah, the
you
hopper
talking about the
strategy.
bets?
Yeah, the hopper. Well,
I,
what Chris is doing now, Chris is putting this out where, the inside hit, go to the hopper with your winnings, double it up. So what do you think of that?
so I saw Dan. He actually did this on me, and I ended up sniping him like 4 times because I would
Oh,
hit
no.
an inside hit, right? I'd hit an inside hit, and then I'd hit an outside hit, and
Hmm.
he'd end up getting a hit from it because he was on the wrong side of it, and it was a
Sure.
long roll where he still made some profit, but he gave a bit back. I like hopping, period. I just like being more strategic about what you're seeing. So if you're
Hmm.
seeing specific number combinations, like what I did this past trip, someone was hitting a bunch of ones, and I hopped the 3 ones, the 1 3, the 5 1, and I'm sorry, the 4 1, the 3 1, and the 5 1, and I ended up winning
Hmm.
4 to the 6 times that I hopped. I did have a hedge on the horn in order to keep them up, but 4 to 3 times I hit it, and I hit it for a significant amount each time. I'm taking advantage of what I was tracking. So I literally had a baccarat
Right.
sheet, and I was tracking each of the rolls. And after about 10 rolls, and this person was continuing to roll, uh, I saw the pattern, and then I took advantage of it.
So this is interesting because there's a school of thought that says the dice have no memory. We're all randoms, and none of that shit matters. Another school of thought says a
Yeah,
controlled shooter can get into a pocket. Now you know me, I throw the 6 1s, and I'm looking for 6s and 1s. And Tony Leo preaches that, right? If you're seeing this trend of a number, you hop those combinations like you're talking about. Hopping can happen tactically. Like you're seeing something, hop what you're seeing, hop the 1s or hop the 6s or whatever you're seeing in your dice, versus the hoppa that we're running now is like anything inside, hop them all. It's more of a like a paintbrush versus a targeted type of thing, a paintball, I guess, right? And that's
yeah,
the experience of
and I
looking at
like the
dice,
hopper
right?
too. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. You see
No,
someone
it's cool.
hit 2 times. If they get double combinations of where they're hitting inside inside, then they
Hmm.
go to an outside inside inside, then you
Yeah.
might want to do that type of bet. For me, I like to deleverage my other bets. So let's say I had the 6 8, the 4, the 5, and the 6 all at maybe $50 bets each. I might take them down to 25 and hop them. So I'm
Mm.
taking
Okay.
less, taking and putting more in the track, and hopping at the same time to take advantage of the hop. And now I'm going to win more than what I had on those bets. But
Right.
if the 7 were to come, now I'm losing even less because I've hopped them instead of leaving my $50 out there on each of those numbers.
Sure. That makes sense. And again, it's a read thing. It's what are you seeing happen out there? That's like I said, it's more targeted hopping than paintbrush hopping. I think we're starting to see, excuse me, with everybody running the strategy, it's not a read, it's a hope that it works. If you're in that trend where you're throwing a bunch of insides, it's magical, And I think Dan saw me play that at the GVR, which is why he probably tried it with you. And I pulled it off. I pulled it off a couple of times, and it was beautiful when it works. But if you're not grooved on the inside numbers like you can be.
Well, I hit it a few times for him. I think the biggest thing is this. If you get a couple of hits on it, displace the numbers. Why hop? Don't the hops will kill you if you bet them every time.
That's
They're
true.
really strategic. You have to be strategic about it. You have to think about the fact that you're either eating into your other ones because you have them placed, or you're getting hit because you're getting horn numbers out there and you're having to put even more to cover for that.
Right.
Over time, hopping is definitely on a house edge. That's why you try to take advantage of it from a strategic standpoint and not do it as a consistent thing.
Right.
Because
it's
going to be a slow bleed.
Do you take one or two shots at it? Like if you're seeing a bunch of ones or a bunch of whatever you're seeing, fours, one or two shots at the hop and then you're out. You're not going to just keep perpetuating that, right?
I'm not going to keep doing it, or I'll stay on them until I lose, and then I'll go back just to placing the normal bet. So
right,
keep it with the trend.
Sure.
And I'll take advantage of the fact that, hey, a horn number will come in between by bumping up the horn and keeping the hop up.
Midmo Yo, remember him? You met Shiro at the thing, right? He's asking me, would you bet differently if you were not a dice setter? What was your strategy before you were learning how to throw?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like anyone else. The 66 probably was a major one, or even back in the day, the 42, and then go from there.
Sure.
I think I now realize from a bankroll perspective, because I have the bankroll to be able to support it, that starting at a higher level and coming down is probably more ideal on a long shot than going from 66 and trying to press up, because you're going to have far fewer rolls that end up above double digits. And if you're chasing the double-digit roll, you're going to get it. It's going to take a while, and you're going to use a lot of your bankroll until you get to it. Versus taking 2-3 hits, come down, and go to the 66, and then go from there. You're already paying off your roll. So
now,
I've switched over time, but for me, it was.
Is that a bankroll decision, or is that I can?
I think it is. Well, so on myself, I've even found, here's the other thing, right? You're at a table with a lot of potential and a lot of people. It burned me just this past time, and I'll put it in the trip report. Had a really bad day on Saturday. Was supposed to meet up with some friends down at Main Street. Ended up sleeping in because I was up with Mel. He had an early flight Saturday, and I was up with him pretty late. So I get to the table, lots of really good players. Uncle Ben's there, there. None of us could find like a consistent roll, and I was betting more because I knew that they had the potential of having long rolls, and I lost a shit ton of money all at once. And so I went from up 500 to down 1,000 in a matter of an hour. And so I've even over time have recalibrated and said, if I know they're good shooters, I can start at a 66 and hard press and lose less than trying to go higher. Because the idea is that you might think, oh, starting higher is going to be better for you. In that situation, it's not, because if they are truly a good shooter and we get to the double digit roll, you're already going to get one or two of those hits at a double press level already, and it's going to pay off for everything, and you're going to lose less. And so I've switched it around. So like on a random shooter, I might go 60, $30, 6 and 8, have one hit, go down to 18 on
just to be in
each
the
of
game.
them in for $1, and then I feel pretty good because then I can spread out and not over leverage my bankroll. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Let's go play a little bit. You sent me kind of, hey, let's try this on your table. So let's go back to the table view, and we'll show people, and you can just walk me through. Let me go to this. I'm going to go to oh shit, that's not what I want.
Sure.
What's going on there? Let's go to this table. Zoom. There we go. All right. I'm still set up from the other day where I had the Friday night fight going. Let me let's put a light on back here. And then we got about 10, 15 minutes here. Let's walk me through what you sent me over in text, which is kind of the way that you like to play. Let's get this rack out of the way here. And let's see. Here, give me a second to get myself reconfigured.
No problem.
Reds, yeah. Sorry, I should have probably set this up earlier, but Waylon's paycheck this morning took too long. I was hoping to be out of the garage in like 15 minutes today, and it took me 40 minutes to win, which is a bummer. So, all right.
I made quite a bit of money in third place on the line.
It was a disappointing roll, and the thing is, with Waylon's plays, right? They don't read the table, right? They're purely mathematical. Over the course of time, my bankroll is going to beat the system, kind of a play, and that's how today was for me. I was like frustrated because I wasn't really what I needed, but I could see how I rolled would have been good for everybody else, just not what I was doing today. It ended up over time making money, and that's not a press to the house kind of a strategy that he plays. All right, set me up here. Actually, let me just catch a point. You don't work the come out, right? I know you don't work the come out.
Don't work the come out. Just get a point established.
I've watched you throw. Boy, that whole Tony Leo beatdown is still like one of the most epic things. I think. Just I've never seen the martingale go down that fast before. Like, it never happens. And then here it is. Like, Alfredo, get the dice and destroy it. All right, so I'm out here on a point of 5. What are we going to do here? What is your basic set?
All right, point of 5. So let's hop to 5 for 10.
All right.
So let's have $1,500 bankroll. Hop to 5 for 10 each.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, 5 and 5.
5 each. Yep.
And then 90 on the 6 and 8, and then 35 in the field.
All right. So explain the numbers to me. Why do these numbers work? And I want you to really dig in here. 35 in the field.
It's going to cover the field, right?
Yep, for sure.
The 6 and 8 is gonna give me 105. So you're still winning, even though you're minus 35. You're still winning $70. With the hop, you're going to win 80 minus the 35, so you're still winning 35. You're winning 35 so long as you don't throw a 7. You're winning 105.
These are going to be 105 minus
or $70.
45. Yeah. Yep.
So it's going to pay off for the field. So you can go minus the 35. Yep.
Okay.
Equals 70. So.
All right. So
we could go straight to the 66 after this, or we take one in one hit, which is what I prefer.
Okay. So you're out here for how much? There's 90, 180.
All right, go ahead.
180, 190. Wait, 190, 220. I'm gonna get my rack right. 225. There's a $75 and change. Okay, go ahead. Roll the dice and let's see what goes on.
235.
Mm-hmm. Am I rolling or are you rolling?
You can roll. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll roll, you bet. How about that?
Should be able to.
So we're on a point of 5. I'm going to random roll it. So let's hope for the best here, right?
Yep.
Hey,
we got be able to withstand.
Hopefully, right? You got a 10. Right? So if you lose the hops, nothing happens up in here, but you're going to win your 35, right?
You win your field bet, so you're going to go 50 on the, take the field down, go 50 on the 5.
Okay.
And you're going to put the rest on the 9.
So 20 on the 9. So now you've grabbed 2 numbers from the 1 field hit. Cool.
Yep. And now we need an inside box in order to come down.
Well, look what we got. We got a 639. Well, we got a 9. We got a 9. We're perfect.
All right, there you go.
Right. There you go. So $28.
Right, so, yep. Press the 9 with all of that.
Okay. Taking the reds back, or the whites back, obviously, right? So we're going to be at 45 on the 9.
Yep. All right.
Okay.
One more hit.
Got a 5. Got that 5 for $70.
Go.
So now you got. So he's taken three cracks at it, right? You got the field hit, the 9 hit, and the 5 hit. And now what do we do?
Mm-hmm.
Now you're going to regress back down to 66.
So now we're going to go to 66.
Okay.
Inside.
You got it.
Yep.
I'm going to change these in for whites. 3 and 3. Okay, so coming back to your rack, just so we can all see this, that's going to be 100, 200, 75. So 279 comes back to your rack plus the 3 from before, right? See, total coming back is going to be basically 280, right? 280, 282 is coming back. And you were out there for how much to start?
235. So
Okay,
you're now up $50 no matter what happens. Or
that's right. We're up 53 bucks or whatever.
something. Yep.
Sweet. Now we're just playing craps. Now we're just having fun. Whatever happens, happens from here. And there's your 7.
Yep. Just playing craps.
So you're good, right? So you basically tapped out quick.
Well, was it come out roll?
Hits.
So that doesn't help. That doesn't.
Was that a come out?
That was you hit the point.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Come out roll.
Yeah. I wasn't paying attention. So we're good. Let's get. Hey, we got an 8. All right.
You're good.
Sorry, not paying attention. 6, 2, 8 easy. All right.
You're good.
Now this will be fun. I want to watch how you.
That's the point.
Yeah. Let's see how you rock this. So we got a 9. We got a 9.
All right. So you drop $1. You're going to get paid 21. You're going to press all of the inside.
Okay. There's the buck.
So now everything's going to pay 28.
Mm-hmm. Here we go. Hey, you hit the point.
All right. Good. So we're going to drop $2 more. And we're going to get 30, pay them all in red, and you're going to get to 410. Now you have every number.
Okay. 4 and 10 for 15 each.
Yep.
And we're coming out. So you're going to take that first
and
hit.
We're now off because the.
Yep. So you're going to use so you're going to do a little 88 press and then grab the outside. So you're going to build as you go here.
Yep.
All right. And there's a 5 for our next point. Look at Randy making you money here. And let's see what happens. We got us nothing. Aces.
Okay.
Of course, right? Little wasted roll action. And then there's a yo. See a horn, bet a horn. And it's hard, right? Because you're saying I think if you're a controlled shooter, if I'm actually throwing,
you want to collect everything.
Yeah, well, but if I'm actually setting and throwing, you're going, oh, he threw 2 horn numbers, and you're seeing something in the throw. You might have hopped something there, right? You might start going, okay, I'm seeing a trend. I'm just hucking and chucking, so there's no rhythm to seeing 1s or 6s or anything else in this roll.
Yeah.
So our
we're
4,
gonna take.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we'll
27 bucks.
That is a full collect on this one, just to take more profit. Yep.
Okay.
Collect all of that. Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
And look at that, right back on it. Repeater 4.
Another 4. Okay, so we're gonna go to 25 now.
Okay. And bring back 17, or do you want to press the 10 up as well?
We're gonna press the 6 and 8 there to 30 each.
Okay.
And then
bring a nickel back.
And then we can use the 5. No, use the 5 as a horn high yo.
Horn high yo. Okay. Tell me why.
All right. Just to have some additional coverage, and when some more money, we were going to press no matter what on everything there.
Okay.
We did a full collect on the one before, so that was a use everything type roll.
Okay. We got there. Hard 8. 44 hard 8, so 35 bucks.
There you go. 35 bucks. All right. We're going to collect the 25 and get a 6-8 hard for 5 each.
Okay. Good. There's a 9.
9. All right.
Yep. So that's going to give us 20 bucks on that.
Yeah. Take it to 40.
Oh, I love it. Okay. 40. $3.
Yeah, and then collect the rest. Yeah.
Okay. There's a 5. That's your point. So again, 27 bucks.
All right, that's a point. That's good.
Or 28 bucks rather.
We're going to collect that because we just pressed a number. Yeah.
Okay, so your basic, are you just kind of bouncing? Is that kind of, I'm going to get these whites colored up here. Is that your basic ploy there is to kind of bounce back and forth between a full press and a full collect and a full press and a full collect? So you're going kind of one by one
Yes.
through it? Okay. Compare and
For
contrast
the
that
most
with,
part, ideally we'd like the same ones to be hit, but it doesn't always happen that way.
sure. So compare that to like what skill might do. Skill and luck, as you know, likes to half press every single time. So it's always a collect, always a press on every single roll versus you going all in and then a collect, and all in and then a collect. The rhythm of that is way different, obviously.
It is, yeah.
There's a 7 on the come out. A little free $10 for you.
All right.
Are you an odds guy? So if you're shooting and you have like a point of 5, let's say, right? There's a point of 6. Would you take this down as odds?
I don't
Or do
go
you just
heavy.
leave it up there?
Yeah.
Or do you just leave it up there?
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would do that. I do that. I'm not like Uncle Mel likes to keep them up there, but I like to get the advantage of that.
A lot of
Whether it be
folks do that.
10,
A lot of folks do
any of
keep it
them.
up there. Yeah, it's only at this level. It's a couple of bucks. You're not look. It's a $2 difference, but it's over time. I guess it matters. All right, point of 6. Now those were off, obviously.
All right.
So here we go.
Hard 6. Yeah, hard.
Let's
6.
get a hard 6. 9. So we get some
9. We got the 40. Okay, this is where
Yeah.
the big play comes in. Even though we pressed the last time, we're going to drop another 4 and go to
Yeah.
100.
I love it. It's my favorite play.
Yeah.
Drop the buck out of your rack.
Now we just
see the
need to hit it.
The G Money special. The G Money special. I hit this 3 times in one roll.
Yeah.
In Vegas. It was fantastic. There's a 10. There's a 10 easy, so that's going to be 27. Okay, so you did a full press last time. Does that mean you're doing a full collect here on this one?
Yeah, we'll call that one.
Okay. So I'm trying to predict your moves here. So you full pressed in here. That's now this time here. Let's give me a 9. My whole family for a 9. Let's go. Come on. Didn't get it. 6-5 yo.
7.
Doesn't that no? It's a yo. That just
You
sucks.
sound so disappointing.
Like the worst thing possible. Like, come on, give me something over here, right? Stupid yo. Golly. I'd rather have a 7. Frankly, at least there's something happened. All right, there's an 8.
Hard
There's an
8. There we go.
There you go. So you got 35 in here. Yeah,
Double collection.
that's right. So 45
All right,
there.
so we'll take it to 66. Drop 1, and we'll full collect the hard way. Well,
Okay, so that's
not
good.
full collect. We'll make it 10. Make it
Okay,
10.
so
collect the 40.
you're going to 66 on just the 8, right?
On the 8.
On just the
Drop
8,
it
not
all.
that.
Yep.
Okay, got you there. Okay, you're 66 here, and then you're taking all this back, or you're going to press those up?
Yeah, just the 8, and then you just press it up one unit, and then collect the 40. Yeah.
You got it. Done deal.
Yep.
Done deal. All right, cool. Come on, here we go. Give me that 9. Give me that 9. It's a 5. So 5 is going to pay 28. Okay.
Go to 40.
All right.
All right. So now you ready? So this is where intuition comes in, right? And we're going to give it a couple more hits, and then we're going to go completely off on everything except for the point.
Okay.
So two more hits, and then what I would do is I'd go off on all of my rolls.
Okay. You know you said that out loud, right?
Until we see the point hit.
Here we go. He said 2 more hits out loud.
Yeah.
Can I survive
did say
that?
it out loud.
You did, and so there's one of them. There's aces.
What happened?
Aces.
Okay, that's fine. Remember, we're gonna stick to it. So,
that's right. That's right. That's
right.
right. And there's a hard 6. So you actually look at you making money.
There you go.
Hard
there
6.
You got the point.
and it's the point, which is fantastic. So there's 35 and 45.
It's the point.
Yep.
Yep.
What's the plan now then?
All right. So we're gonna see if we see a 7 on the come out roll, we might go on for another 2 hits after that.
Okay. So I should collect all this now then?
Collect on all that stuff. Yeah. Collect all that. Yeah.
Do you want to do the same press on the hard 6 that you did on the 8, or no? Leave it at $5.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do the hard way. Yes.
Okay, but it's off. But it's off.
But it's off. Yeah.
Okay.
And here we go.
Here we go. There's a 7 on the come out. Come out 7. Perfect timing. Randy is perfect timing today.
Okay, so that's actually a good thing. Yep.
And look at this, coming out to a hard 6. Now we're back on. Hard 6 just got rolled.
So now
what is your plan
we are going to go on. We're going to go on. Should I say for the number of rolls?
No, you should not. Just tell me when.
Okay.
Once we get there, tell us. Actually, you can put it in chat if you want to, but once you get there, tell me why. Like, tell me the reason. I want to get to the reasons. Like, when folks play, there's your 7. 7 out. When folks play this way, right? Like, okay, for one more roll or 2 more rolls, you turn it off. Like, what's the for you? What's the trigger that says one more roll? Like, is it how much money you got here? Is it how much you have out here?
No, I mean, so there's a couple of different plays. Sometimes I'll go all the way back down to 66 and then build it up from there. Other times I'll cut it in half, depending on where I'm at, and go from there. Other times I'll go off, and it's just a matter of what's the feeling? Where do you go with it? But I mean that's fine. Let's get on to the next roll.
Sure.
See now you would hope. Go ahead.
I'll say for me, in that same situation, I'm just doing a time check because I got to work at 9 o'clock. For me, in that exact situation, right, where I'm feeling like, God, this guy's been rolling for a long time. When I see the come out 7, I get, okay, a little bit of relief. We saw a 7. I'll do that regression, or I'll look at the rack. Like, here's the rack has got, I'll show you. We have 100, 200, 25. There's 250 in profit in the rack. Right now. So if I just color this up immediately, there's 250, and I'm saying to myself, 250 is good enough. Like, I'm happy. If I lose this, I could turn around and walk away and be just fine with that 250 for that session and be cool. If I didn't have 250 here, I'd probably pull back because we're already even from the first couple of hits. I'd probably pull this down to like 160 across. And make it even. Lock up $100 or whatever it is, and then from that point say, well, I'm happy with this. I'm going to burn all this and just go, right? That's my decision. It's like once I locked up what I'm happy with, I'll let this burn. And at some point, I'll do nothing but collect. So if we get to like, whatever, 330 or 430, I'll collect a couple black chips on it, and then I'll move again. That's the way I look at it. There's no science to it other than what do I have here in my lockbox. If my lockbox is good, then I would probably stay in the hand. I probably wouldn't do a come off for a roll or anything. That's just, All right, here we go. We'll do one more crack at it. So we're gonna be at 90 on the 6 and 8. I'm gonna get 25. I'm gonna get some nickels here. So
90, 10 hopping, and 35 off and on.
Yep, I need one more set of quarters or nickels there. 90. Whoops. 10 hop and 5s. Hopefully this time we get something different than a field. I want to see how you play it when it's not a field on the way out.
It would be nice if it was a field and you threw like a 12.
Right? Yeah. Now we're not working. Let me catch a
We're not working off and on.
Yeah. Yep. All right. That's a come out 7. Good thing we're not working.
Yeah.
Come out 7.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get a point. There's a 6, a 5-1. All right. So we're on a point of 6.
All right.
Now we're hot.
Let's go.
Yep. Come on, Randy. Ooh, look at that. You got it again. 1, 2, 3. So we hit our field. So that's pace even. We lose the hop.
Got it again. That's fine.
And you're going to grab the 5 for a quarter, right? And the 9?
Grab it for go 35, 35, and then go the 9 for 25 is fine, or 35, 35. Let's go. That's fine. That's good. That'll work.
All right, so you picked up 2 numbers out of that. You're still at the same level of risk.
Yep.
We just got to get something else here to give us the reason to go downwards.
Yep.
Come on, Johnny. Got it. We got it. 516.
All right.
That's sweet. There's 105, right?
66.
Awesome. And let's reset the rack as we do it. So there's 3, 3, 3.
You're
I'll take
already
it out of
in
your
the profit.
profits, which is fine. I'll take $10 from here. Okay. So back to your rack goes. 1, 2, $300 in green. If I take that and make them look like blacks, and I reset the back of your rack, there's your 1,500. And your profit stack has got 200, 300 and change, 335 plus the $4 that's out there. Yeah. Yep. So you're a little over $300 in profit, and you're safe. You're totally safe.
All
Everything is good. This is all profit play.
So let's
we're
hard
off.
press. Let's go. Yeah.
We're off. Yes. This is where I look at my rack and I go, fuck, I'm going all in. We're going to ride this thing all the way. There's aces.
Let's go. All right.
Oh my God. Aces and then 12.
All right. So if I see something like that, I'll go $2 C&E. Typically.
Okay. So I'll put it out there for you because it's fun. But we rolled a 7.
Okay.
But look at but again, trend wise, right? You got a 1, 2, 3.
Yep.
Or you got the aces, the midnight, and then a 6-1. So that's 3 rolls in a row with that combination of numbers on it in some form, which is interesting, right? And here comes a 1, 3, 4. So if you're hopping right there, you win the hop. You win a hop on the aces trend. So that's just an interesting thing. So we're out on the 4.
Okay.
Any changes for you?
Let's get a $2 C&E. Collect on there pretty much, not everything except for the 10. But
yeah.
Let's see.
It's an 8 or a 9. 6, 3. So
9.
those will go away.
So 9.
Right, $21.
So
you're
make
gonna do
the 5
press?
and 9 go. The 5 and 9 go to 25 each.
You got it. Okay.
Put $1 on a crap.
$1 on a crap? Good, because guess what has happened? 1, 2, 3. That's cool, right?
Make it a $4 horn. $4 goes to the rack. Yeah.
Okay. 426. 426 also pays 21.
Okay. 6 go to 66. Or I'm sorry, 36. Take back
36. Got it.
Now we're not as much concerned about collecting as much as we are getting the numbers up there to a winnable level.
For sure. So you did a sister press here, 5 and 9. There's a 5 versus hammering the one that hit, right? So do you normally do a sister press, or are you more of a
6 and 8
hit
are
the
not
one?
Great to do sisters.
All right, it's a $35 5.
5 and 9 and 4 and 10s. Yeah, almost all the time. We're going to go 60 straight up.
All right. Okay, here we go.
Put it on the 5. Yep.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, we got a 6, a 4-2. 426 for $42.
And make it 42. Take the 36 back to the rack. So exchange it.
Yeah. I like that move a lot. All right. Here's a hard 8. Hard 8, $21.
All right. We're just going to collect that. It might seem stupid, but
yeah. Bringing money to your rack is never stupid. Here's another one. Right back on it. 628.
Right. 8. All right. So now we're going to go to 36. And we're going to put the 3 on the hard 8.
Okay. And the $3 goes where?
Hard 8.
Where's the $3 go?
Hard 8.
Hard 8. Okay, you got it.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah, you're cutting in and out a little bit. Just it's not a big deal. Just every once in a while I lose a word. Hey, hard 6. Hard 6. that
Hard
rolled.
6.
It was
Okay.
a hard 6, right? So what do we have on the 6? 42. So 50 for one.
$42 for 50.
Yep. Collect it or press it up.
We're gonna collect it.
Okay.
Yep.
Collecting color is always a good idea. Look at that. Right back to it. Right back to it.
All right. So now 50 for one. We're gonna go straight to 90 and take back.
Okay.
I think it's $1.
Yep. It's a couple of bucks. Yeah.
Just because you took one out of the rack.
Yep. Good.
Yep.
Love it. Okay. Here we go.
Mhm.
Let's get a hard 8. 7. It's the 7.
All right.
But we brought money back all over the place in that roll. That was pretty good. That's actually 2 pretty decent random rolls right there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I mean, a 2 random roll where you made 200, 300, 400, and 25.
I'm happy with that.
That's not bad. It's not bad to roll up there and make 425 off of Randy. So that's pretty damn sweet. Yeah.
9 o'clock, John.
Yeah, I got to go to work. I got a class. All right. Well, hey, let's cut it here. Dude, thanks for coming in and playing along. Really appreciate it. It was fun. We go back to the other screen here. We'll say goodbye.
Hey, it was
officially.
my pleasure. Happy to be
Yeah.
on with you anytime.
It's fun. You know, it's fun to just talk. You know
Look
what I mean?
forward to spending some time in Vegas with you. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Next time I'm out there, we can actually play at a table. I want to go to the Orleans with you and see the transition of the small dice to the big dice, which I think is a weird thing that they do, but that's fun. All right, guy. I'll see you later. Thanks, Alfredo. Thanks everybody for joining us on this Monday. I'll see you again tomorrow morning for a couple of episodes of Daily Paycheck and Coffee and Craps again. So bye all. Happy Monday.
Take care, everyone.